Story is not the ability to play football, but it is all the other factors, some of it administrative political issues. If you look at Cameroon, first to declare disputes around money, and that in a critical stage of the preparation. In fact, after they finalized the preparation, then it's followed by Nigeria, then Ghana. I don't know, these things are regular occurrence at every World Cup, and I thought we are now in the 21st century. Perhaps it's something that happened in the 1990s, but it's still happening. So, and you can see the impact of the players during that period of dispute around money. They lost complete focus. But overall, I think we must say yes, we again did not deliver what the quality of players the teams had and the expectation. I also expected for the first time we had the quality to have 4 teams in the second round, and we didn't. So yeah, it's same old story again. It was very disappointing. If you look at percentages, Africa had 5 teams. They had 2 going to the second round. That's 40% of the teams going through to the second round. If you look at Europe, they had 13 teams. 7 dropped out. 6 remained. That's also, above 40%. So it also shows that the day of European dominance is over. And if you look at the score, the biggest score was 5-1. It was not against an African team. All the scores against African teams was 1, the most 2. So, again, the African teams can compete, but it is just the other matters, which seems only to be an issue around the African teams and not the other teams. The worst performance came from Asia, 100% of the teams out in the first round. Europe just over 40%, Africa 40%. Best performers, South America 80%, North America 75%. Now, if you were to say, then they should get more. Those South and North America certainly would have a good, strong case. And Africa, I think, will have a case. Frankly, it was embarrassing. On the news here, they ran how the money was flown in from Ghana and then showed the motorcycles and the police cars with sirens rushing through the streets, taking money. It's bizarre, to say the least. And I think these things always, it's a first that for African countries to have these kind of issues that they bring to a World Cup, which frankly does not belong to the World Cup. We had a meeting in Cairo with all of the qualified teams, and we asked them, please make sure that all the administrative issues and contracts and all those things are settled. So it came as a surprise, and it was very disappointing because it did distract from the teams, and particularly if some of the most senior teams in the Ghanaian team was told to leave the camp, and of course it will have an impact on the team's performance and the team as a whole. But notwithstanding that, I think we will have to make an argument that Africa's performance, although disappointing, is also not too far off the mark if you compare it with Europe. Europe too, you'll have to describe that too, as if you want to use the word disappointing, it equally applies to them. Remember, Spain came as defending champions. They went out first round. Italy came as former champions, out first round. England came, another country that are high up in the FIFA rank list, they out. So none of them performed in terms of their ranking on the FIFA list. And therefore, on the football field, of course, the number of shocks, not just for African countries and disappointment, but also for Europe, I think, and Asia as well. As I say, all 4 Asian countries went out in the first round, and that must also be disappointing.